Hello everyone and welcome back to another matchup on Wololo Kingdoms. This is going to be between Mr. Yo and Vivi. In the previous game I watched, we did have Mr. Yo winning it, but it was a very close game. In fact, I thought the game was over and Mr. Yo made a huge comeback. It was Vietnamese versus Britons. In this game, we're going to have Italians versus Incas. Over on the left side, we have Mr. Yo up against the edge of the map. On the right side in red, we have Vivi playing as the Incas. His alternative name is Sobic Dao. Now let's first talk about these players a little bit. Mr. Yo is probably the more well-known player. He's always been in top contention with all the expert players, always been a top 10 player. He's come very close to winning some 1 vs 1 tournaments, including the 1 vs 1 invitational against Tyrant and the Viper. So he's definitely one of the best players playing right now. And recently, within the last year, he's also won the Nations Cup playing with Sai. However, the last Nations Cup, of course, went to Brazil. But he's always been way up there. His Sai teammate is actually going to be Vivi. Sai is one of the biggest clans in Age of Empires, the Chinese clan. Vivi played, of course, alongside Mr. Yo. Very, very skilled player. I believe he's at almost 2K4 right now. Now, to put this in perspective, the Viper's around 2K5 level. So these guys are very, very skilled players. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to cast these guys. Talking a little bit about the civilizations, we have Incas versus Italians, both interesting civilizations. I'm very happy about the Civ matchup. What I think I don't like is, though, is players gotta learn to just make a single house as the Incas. You don't need to. You're already up to your population cap for, like, all you need for Dark Age now. With an extra house, but okay, whatever. Small pet peeve of mine. The Incas are a great rush civilization. I think they're one of the maybe top 5 1 vs 1 civilizations in the game right now. Their eagles are definitely a huge asset, whether it's in the Feudal Age, Castle Age, Imperial Age. They could get very strong with the Inca's unique tech. The early game, they have other rush options, though. They can have armor on their villagers, which can be great for both defending and a tower rush. Their tower rushes are superb. Yeah, it just works out really well for them in their rush strategies. And they have a little small eco bonuses with houses are more effective. They have an extra 5 population. Start with a free llama, stuff like that. It's a very good overall civilization, a very good Arabia civilization. Now, for the Italians are not as formidable on Arabia. However, they do get one big bonus for them, and that is their age up costs 15% less. That means advancing to the feudal age will cost you 415 food, which means that you can be up to the next age faster, kind of like a Mongols bonus. In fact, I think I can't remember, but you could debate whether the Mongols bonus or the Italians bonus is better. But it's a nice bonus, and it carries over to the other ages too, so faster the Castle Age, faster than Imperial Age. It's a very nice bonus. Aside from that, they don't have too much going for them. They get cheaper gunpowder units. They get the Condottiere, which in this version of Wololo Kingdoms has not yet been nerfed. It has not been updated with patch 5.7, which has the Condo nerfs. So they'll be a more formidable civilization in this situation. And also the Italians, I have to say, they have a pretty decent tech tree. Pretty versatile. They get bloodlines and all the archer techs. Now, Mr. Yo having a little trouble finding a second boar, I believe. He's got a pretty bad map. Maybe he lured a second boar earlier and I didn't see it. Where are we? 5 minutes in the game? We have 1-2 boar for Vivi. I might be missing something here.
No.
I don't see another... Oh! While I was going off about the civilization matchup, Vivi stole an extra boar. You can see it right here. So Vivi's officially 1 boar up. And because of that, Mr. Yo is going to lure in these deer. He's lured in... I think he's lured in 2 deer so far, because deer patches normally come in 3. The 3 deer will be enough to offset a boar. It will lose you a bit of scouting time. And, of course, Vivi still has the extra food, which is good for him. That's not a great start for Mr. Yo. You're right, it's 425 food. My bad. Talking a little bit about Mr. Yo's map, he's got a pretty poor map. He will wall it in this way, so good. He's got a great gold. This wood is okay, but this wood is absolutely atrocious. I would not have gone for that as his first wood. Take a look at Mr. Yo's scouting. I would have gone for the wood on the left. This is an absolutely atrocious wood line. This is going to be a threat throughout the entirety of this game. Let's see what early game strategy Mr. Yo goes for. Pretty bad map for him. For Vivi, wall here, and that is a nice map. Just with some walls, it'll be a very nice map. Otherwise, it's not a nice map, but with walls, it'll be good. Looks like both players going for the men-at-arms rush. It has become more popular on Wololo Kingdoms. I'm guessing due to the lower HP on the buildings being the big difference there. And yeah, both players going for a men-at-arms rush. It still has its weaknesses, though. I think we'll have to see how it is in the coming months, coming year. Whether the I hope the men-at-arms rush doesn't completely replace the Dark Age rush, because it is nice to have different strategies. In AOC, there was a little bit of a balance between the Dark Age rush and the men-at-arms rush. But right now, it's all men-at-arms rush. It is still hard on your economy, though. In fact, I have no idea. Well, Mr. Yo is going to get by because he saved some food on his age-up bonus, but normally he would never be able to afford this and villagers. And of course, Vivi has the extra boar, so he should be fine. But it is hard to make that men-at-arms upgrade and afford villagers and your eco-techs. I've tried it in my own games. It is a harder rush to go for economically. But these players are going to execute it flawlessly. Just a little help from that. Extra militia out from Vivi, and this is what we're talking about, bad map. If Mr. Yo gives him any room at all, he's going to go straight for those villagers and have a downhill bonus. So what Mr. Yo needs to do, he needs to take a really good engagement here, not like that. The village is going to absorb some blows. He needs to go back, though. He's too low to fight, I think. Actually not. Vivi not going to focus that down. A nice fight from Mr. Yo. Vivi not really focusing down that villager. That villager could have been dead. Mr. Yo's going to wait for his horse collar tech, and he's going to seed up all his farms now. Now this is that little bit of lull. Now because he wants to continue making men-at-arms, I think he's going to be seeding out a lot of farms. Now normally you'd never seed out this amount of farms for an archer rush. And same thing for Vivi. He's got to seed extra farms to support those men-at-arms. So it is quite a bit of an investment. Going to get the wood up now. He's going to transition to archers, but it's going to be a slower transition. If you go straight Dark Age and you go straight archers after your Dark Age rush, then you don't have to seed as many farms and get your archers out sooner. I think there might still be a place for that. I hope anyway. At least, if not for anything, just for the shock value. Alright, so players will be transitioned to archers, I believe. Or skirmishers. 3 on gold for Vivi, so he can go to archers if he wants. Still 2 on gold for Yo. He can make a few archers. Here's the range. They'll be about even. The game is about even at this stage. These men-at-arms will not be able to do much damage. And this eagle will not be able to do too much damage either. So basically even game right now. The only difference in this game is going to be the maps. And maybe civs, of course. Which I'd still give an advantage to Vivi because his map is better. Although I'm going to dodge all of those arrows actually. Ah! Just as I say that. Happy New Year, everyone. By the way, check YouTube later. I have a special video coming out for New Year's. I'll upload it after the stream. Alrighty. So both players going into their archers. The question might be, how many skirmishers do you add right now? Because we both know players are going into skirmishers. One thing you have to keep in mind, though, the Incas can always add a few eagles. So, you're Mr. Yo going to want to have a heavy archer alliance, I feel. For the most part, it looks like players are focusing a lot on getting up to the next stage. Little decisions that are made by pros might not get noticed by your average player spectating this game, but Mr. Yo's chosen to seed 3 additional farms as opposed to getting his blacksmith out. And these are the little things I pay attention to when I cast or I watch or spectate games, is the little things like this. It's how do you get yourself to go from, 1600 to 1800 to whatever. These little decisions like this is a very conscious decision to seed farms, go up faster the next age, rather than getting that blacksmith tech out. And why might you do that? Why might you do that for Mr. Yo? Mr. Yo feels like the fletching upgrade will not get him any aggressive damage due to Vivi's map, and he feels he can hold out on this hill. Now, this could be a huge mistake. This could be a huge mistake if he loses this hill because he'll lose his lumber line immediately. It looks like Vivi's too scared of this hill. And does Vivi have a blacksmith? Vivi is thinking along the same lines. Vivi does not have a blacksmith yet either, so Vivi will not push up this hill. Why did Vivi not get the blacksmith upgrade? Maybe he knew that Mr. Yo would hug this hill, and therefore he'd not be able to get up it anyway, so therefore need some more farms. So that's where we're at in this game. Both players thinking very strategically. Again, another conscious decision. Add a skirmisher into the army. Add a few skirmishers into the army. Weakens you up against knights. Weakens you up against villagers. Weakens you up if you go straight crossbows and you don't get the lead skirmisher upgrade. But will help you push up this hill against archers. Good scouting men at arms, but there's nothing else that you can do with that. Vivi is up to the castle age. Mr. Yo will be up to the castle age. He should be up right now. Hopefully he uses his cheaper age up discount. Don't garrison the town center. Don't garrison the town center. Just click. Just click. Just click. Just click. No! God damn it! God damn it. Mr. Yo could have been up at the same time as Vivi if he wanted to. He forgot about the bonus. That happens all the time. It happens for Byzantine players too, but god damn. That's a big one, because that's your big bonus as the Italians. If you don't use your big bonus, then you might as well be playing the Saracens or the Turks. Talking about underrated, underused bonuses. Military count is dead even. A few more skirmishers for Vivi. We'll see if he invests in the lead skirmisher upgrade. Oh my god, that is a lot of gold. That is too many. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's enough for double barracks. Vivi's gonna switch into eagles. I was about to say, I'm glad we don't see all eagles this game. That's what we're gonna see. Very important that Vivi does not show the +1 armor to Mr. Yo. And actually, Mr. Yo has anticipated this, regardless of what Vivi has seen. What Vivi sees right now is he sees not a lot of military on the field, a lot of ranged units on the field for Vivi, and he's suspecting the eagle transition, which is why he's going into knights. I don't know if the skirmisher decision might have anything to do with that also. I think it probably does, because you're not going to want to invest in the crossbow and the lead skirmisher upgrade, so it makes you more likely to go for eagles. So good decision making from Mr. Yo, in my opinion. Yeah, keep these archers alive. Just run them away. Just run away. I don't know what's with this pathing though. What are you doing? Just run them away. Get the crossbow upgrade. You know your opponent's not getting it at this stage. He would already have it. Bloodlines and knights coming in. Yeah, you're gonna lose too many archers here. You're gonna lose an additional 2. Alright, we have bloodlines and +1 done on here. That'll be enough to do some good damage. These archers are not a threat at all. And crossbow coming in from Mr. Yo. And we'll do some decent damage. And Siege Workshop for Vivi. These lumber villagers, of course, we mentioned it so many times. I have to give a little appreciation to this wall by Mr. Yo, though. This is a very, very important wall for him. And I would have never attempted this wall. It's quite beautiful how he's walled this base. This is very important. Vivi doesn't have to worry about that, of course, because he's got the better map. Alright, so Mangonel coming out from Vivi. I don't have to check, I know that's coming out. Now, if Vivi wants to take this to the next stage, he's got to add a monastery to counteract these knights. With a monastery, this push could be extremely strong. Otherwise, we're just going to see straight up knights versus straight up eagle warriors. Knights coming out of time. Mr. Yo's not even going to try to stay there. He's going to move with his villagers. Would have been nice to see Mr. Yo actually double wall this a little bit. I don't know. This hill's very nice for Vivi. All Mr. Yo is doing is patrolling his archers around, staying out of Mangonel range, but preventing the eagles from attacking the houses. Does Mr. Yo have enough to defeat this? I don't know. +1, maybe about 7 knights. And full of crossbows. I would say no. Especially losing all those crossbows like that. That's not what you need. Please keep up the knight production. Hopefully get his upgrades in at the same time. The good thing, though, is once Vivi does enter, I don't believe he's going to run past the town center. Maybe I was wrong. No. And Vivi shouldn't be able to do too much damage from this position. This is going to be a bad engagement, I think, if Mr. Yu goes in. Unless I've underestimated the power of the knights. He's going to get the... Well, one conversion, actually. I don't think I have. The eagles are strong, especially if they were all attacking downhill. That was a very bad engagement for Mr. Yo. Spectator saying GG. That might have been the bad engagement that lost Mr. Yo the game. Oh man, I think the eagles are a little bit too strong. They are nerfed a little bit in 5.7. Maybe a little more than a little bit, but their creation time is 4 seconds longer, and they also move slower, which is actually a pretty big nerf. In my opinion. We'll see how that impacts things. Right now, I think they're too strong. Too strong against archers, too strong against knights. Especially with that one monk in there. Well, I'm not going to give up on this game like I did last game. Last game, Mr. Yo was in a similar situation, ended up winning it in the end anyway. We'll see if he's able to pull it out from here. Now, Vivi's not really doing too much damage. He did win a big military engagement when everything else is even. He does have a good position. Although that's not that good. There's nothing really critical here. Mr. Yo will have plenty of wood for the time being. He can have even more gold if he wants. He could have stone if he wants. That's going to be a conversion for Vivi. And I think Mr. Yo might have enough to break this, actually, right now. Taking berries for Vivi. This is definitely going to be enough knights. Going to get another conversion, though. These monks have been very cost-effective. Happy New Year's, everyone. Happy New Year's. That ram's going to be a big waste. Keep pumping the knights, Mr. Yo. Keep pumping the knights. There you go. Add a third stable. That's what you got to do. Knights are going to be the way to go. Oh, this is going to be close. Still good amount of HP on these knights. Keep pumping the knights. You got to have that rally point right there. Yeah, Mr. Yo's going to win this. There's still a few monks out, though. They're still deadly. Vivi can maintain the position, I feel, but I think for the most part he's lost it. He might get another conversion here. These conversions have been real great. It's a full HP one, too. But I think Mr. Yo will retake his position. What you should do, just keep pumping the knights. Even maybe get a siege workshop and clear out these buildings, because this, you just don't want him on the hill. Don't ever want him on a hill. And it's good, just keep pumping knights. Because we're not going to see pikemen come out. If Vivi were to go into pikemen, it would be a big investment. However, 3 town centers out from Vivi. Still only 2 from Mr. Yo. Vivi is about 6 villagers up right now. He'll continue to go up. That's right, that's the right move. Maybe Mr. Yo wants to add another town center as well. And that's good, preventing that barracks from going up as well. But all that this aggression has done for Vivi is it's caused a huge reaction from Mr. Yo, and now Vivi's a few villagers up. So slight advantage to him in this game. Mr. Yo forgot his bow saw tech also, so that's a big one. Mr. Yo's economy is definitely not as strong as Vivi's at this stage. Please don't get another conversion. Oh, he's gonna get another conversion. Yeah. Is this enough knights to actually break this? Gonna be close. Good fight regardless. Now, if I wasn't expecting Mr. Yo to get in here and do some raiding. That can actually pull things back a little bit for Mr. Yo. And he is going to get a nice raid. Taking these villagers off of gold. Is Vivi low on gold? Yeah, he is. No gold means no eagles. No eagles means pikemen. Villager getting caught in the horsies. There we go. +2 armor coming in now as well. I think it's going to be enough for Vivi to clean this up. But that was a little bit of good damage for Mr. Yo, I think. Yeah, you can't run away. You gotta fight. I'm gonna go for the monastery first. That's a good choice. And third town center out for Mr. Yo. Do we have 4 town centers out from Vivi? Do I see a 4th town center? Do I hear a 4th town center? No. Red not playing Incas to their civ advantage. I feel like he is playing Incas to the civ advantage. Going infantry. Infantry is what they do. These villagers are a little extra beefy. Trying to help prevent villager loss in this raid. But this is how you play Incas. You have little eco bonuses, play aggressive. Their monks are pretty decent. The Eagle Warrior is definitely one of the strengths of their civilization. We kind of know that the Eagles are actually decent against the Knights. I think we definitely know. How effective will crossbows be in this situation? Probably not no more effective than Eagles. So I think he is playing the Incas to their strength. One thing you can maybe consider is maybe Cameos. If you want to get out some more anti-knight things, but I think Pikeman will do the job just fine. And neither player is in a bad position. It's a very close game right now. And one thing that has not happened that I said needed to happen was Mr. Yo needed to absolutely clean up these buildings, and he did not. Especially the monastery. The monastery was the biggest one. But Vivi still has this hill. He's still able to push in. He's still able to threaten this town center. And that's exactly what he's going to do as soon as he adds a single ram and a monk from his forward buildings. Mr. Yo is hurting on the resources. He's hurting on the resources. Not too much space for farms. And now pikeman is in the mix. That's going to add a whole nother layer. Arsons is coming in. That's how you know Vivi's feeling confident right now. That's one way to play the Incas. There's many ways to play the Incas. This is not the villager rush. Those pikemen are going to be strong. I think Vivi might take it with this push though. I don't know if Mr. Yo can muster enough knights to get himself going. He's got the production. Don't think he has the food and gold though. He's going to be mining from one mine in just a few seconds here. Where is the third gold of Mr. Yo? The third gold's right here, and he's not able to mine from it properly. If Mr. Yo is not able to mine from this mine properly, he's not going to be able to build enough knights to defend. The knights are fully upgraded now. But Mr. Yo can't make any sort of defense against these pikemen. He's just got to go full knights. Huge investment if he decides to go skirmisher or crossbow. They won't be effective against the eagles. I don't know, these pikemen are just going to be hard to deal with. Best thing to do is to go out for raids. That's by far the best thing. 4 town centers now for Vivi. Red is playing like a weaker Aztecs. I don't know. I don't know if he's like a weaker Aztecs. The Aztecs would lose more villagers in this raid. I can see why you say that. Where are these pikemen? I thought the pikemen was going to be like the thing that really finishes Mr. Yo, but no. I'm gonna try the castle. It's not a confident castle. The castle, if it was a confident castle, it would be right here. Now, what is Mr. Yo doing? Mr. Yo has so many knights. This is why you build so many production buildings. Mr. Yo has enough stone almost for 2 castles. That is an awesome castle. Jeez. A lot of eagles are getting pulled back over on the right side. Castle coming up from Vivi. Oh, God. Yeah, you can't get that. Just... If this castle was 1 second later, what the hell is happening? What is this? Yeah, that would have been bad. Great timing for Vivi, though, getting that castle up. That was very important. Gonna place it here. We'll take out 3 barracks, actually. And a wood and a stone. Nice castle. Where are all the knights, though? Oh, ooh. Ooh. Alright, gotta take that engagement. Standing at 2 points now. Studio should make another attempt at taking out these buildings. Gonna build another ram. This Geo up 1,000 points in score. I don't feel like he's that far ahead, though. He's up by 10 bills. Geo up 1,000 points in score. I don't feel like he's that far ahead, though. He's up by 10 bills. And I'm back. You should get a few gunpowder units. This is a castle age, so that's not gonna happen. Yeah, all the Mesocivs fear gunpowder, though. Just like historically. They're all pretty infantry reliant. Another siege workshop coming in from Mr. Yo, but this is a great position for him now. And I did mention before I wasn't going to give up on this game. I thought Vivi was in a great position, and he was. But Mr. Yo is kind of pulling it back a little bit. And I'm glad to see that too. I don't want to see Eagles dominate every game. And again, they will be a little bit nerfed in the next patch for Willow Kingdoms. Still, another castle coming up from Vivi. We'll be safe for now. This is where that last bonus for the Italians can come into play, though. Cheaper advance in the next age if you want to go for trebuchets. This is kind of like the Incas bonus too. We mentioned the difference between the Incas and the Aztecs. Cheaper castles. These cheaper castles have been pretty decisive. Both extremely important. New Castle Age gunpowder units. Oh, please don't mention that. Yeah, it's in the new expansion. The Castle Age hand cannon. The Feudal Age hand cannon, yeah. And the Dark Age Knight. Where's Mr. Yo going? He's got enough stone for another castle. A big investment into stone for civilization who's unique and it's not going to be that useful. Now, Vivi going for his Kamiyuk. Mr. Yo up to the next age. We'll be able to produce some trebuchets. Mr. Yo, I think, is looking for gold. He's not going to find it in the north side. Gold is in the south. Extra one. Let's look for this. There should be another extra gold. Actually, Vivi has. This is one of the extra golds right here. So these are part of Vivi's original 2 golds, I believe. And the extra one is just right next to it. So that's the one that Mr. Yo is looking for. He's going to find a stone, and I think he's just going to take that one. Full pikeman defense. The Chinese crossbows will be able to counter out the Kamiyuks. That courier's technology can really make them resistant to archers, though. And finally we see a counter to the pikeman in the Genoese crossbowman. Scale mail armor. He's gonna go condos actually. We go 3 barracks. Finally, castle coming up from Mr. Yo. Let's see what he sees. He's the stone. He's gonna go for the stone after he drops his castle, which will take Vivi off of this gold here. So 2 angles to attack from. Mr. Yo with full map control. Vivi's got to get out of this corner. I really can't believe Mr. Yo actually took this out. And didn't lose his town center. Yeah, Mr. Yo is going to transition to full condos now. Vector calling GG. You can even see a little bit of gunpowder in the mix. And that combo is going to be really unstoppable for the Incas at this stage of the game. We saw a lot of strength for the Incas. I think their rush was very good. Very strong because of the Inca bonuses. Both the ones that we saw and the ones that affected the economy. But this combo of Condottiero and... I think the Italians get Hussar, but light cavalry and hand cannons, cheaper hand cannons, is going to be unstoppable for the Incas to deal with. In my opinion. Got some annoying bombard towers. Yeah, condos definitely make sense. If you have map control, you have a little bit more gold accessibility, so you don't have to worry about that really. Would champions be a better option? Maybe. They don't raid as well. They're not as fast. They're not as good as taking engagements. They have 3 more attack though. Although 10 less HP, so I think a condo is better. That 10 HP makes a big difference. Another forward castle for Mr. Yo. Doesn't accomplish too much though. It keeps the hill, which is important. It doesn't accomplish too much. Bad fight for Mr. Yo. This is a nice position. Here comes the condos. Already all the armor's done. In the newest patched, I believe condos have -1 attack and a new more weaknesses to anti-infantry and also 1 less pierce armor, which is the big one I like. Makes them ineffective raiders. So over, look at the mini-map. Yep, mini-map tells a tale. The condo's such a nice looking unit. Please root for the unit, that looks the nicest. 4 relics for Mr. Yo. He's found the gold in the south too. I think that's going to be at GG. Mr. Yo has access to as much gold as he'll ever need for the time being. Might lose his castle real quick though. There is the potential here for Vivi to win this trebuchet battle. I mean, it's possible. Not with the condos running in like this. Ah, maybe not. It was possible. Now it's not. And too many condos. Okay, I think it's going to be GG. Just too many condos coming out for Mr. Yo. You see units spamming across the map. Gio will win the trebuchet battle as well. There's no castle left. Missed out. And there's the GG. Good game from Mr. Yo. Another nice comeback from him. I think we saw a lot of the strengths of both of these civilizations in the Italians and the Incas, and a very good game, a very positional game at some points. And yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next matchup.